What's up? This is Hunter with Rippin Discs.
And this is Connor, and welcome to the middle 9 of the 27-hole round here at the King of Idaho Falls.
And first up today, we do have Dallin Blanchard, who is sitting at a -5 from the front 9 and a -47 on the tournament.
Next up, we have Kesler Martin shooting a -2 on the front 9 and is 4 strokes behind the lead, sitting in second place.
Then we have Kade Filimoehala sitting at a -4 on the front 9, -39, still has some work to do.
Then we have Mason sitting at a -25, shooting a -2 on the last round, sitting in 4th place.
This first hole, Kade is super daring, gonna go way wide outside and go over the river and absolutely parks it.
Next up we have Dallin. He's pretty much just going straight up the gut, trying to put a little flex on it, hits an early tree, so he'll have that for his birdie.
And here we have a thumber from Mason, puts it way up there. And not horrible, definitely got 20 feet left.
Then we have Kesler, he's just going to go straight up the gut. Little bit of flex on it, coming in very nicely. Almost gives it a run. He's probably 2 feet from hitting that.
Here we have Dallin. Got the low-hanging tree there, and it does catch it and sets it down, so he's going to have a tap-in par there.
Kesler with the birdie. He needed that for sure. He's going to gain a stroke on Dallin.
And Kade just misses to the left. He did hit the weak side of the chains there.
Mason, very nice birdie. Super accurate with his thumber.
And there's Kade for his par, and Dallin as well for the tap-in par.
Kesler and Mason walking away with the birds. Dallin and Kade getting the par.
And here we have Mason going with the low flex. Does catch an early tree, but it does kick him to the middle of the fairway.
This hole's tough because it is uphill and it does have low-hanging branches, so you're really just trying to push it up there without hitting stuff the best you can.
Kesler just left it a little left there, and we're going to see Kade go with a forehand.
Keeps it low, gives himself a chance to get a birdie, which is all you can ask for on this hole.
Here we have Dallin with a almost great shot. Did get caught by that tree, which sent it down.
Little wide on his step putt. That's not OB though. The road is OB, so he'll be fine right there.
Kesler just punches it up there.
Dallin, same thing. Just getting themselves close. Here's Kade. He's going to try to run this.
Comes up just short, hitting the bottom of the basket.
The hole is a little deceiving since it is so uphill. Little bit of a tough putt. Cashes it in.
And there's some tap-in pars. And all-around pars for the group. That all the trees on that hole did seem to cause some problems for them.
This hole, you're going to see them throw overhands just to try to get over these trees and get out into the open. Didn't like that one. But he just landed right in the open right there. As you can see, he won't have a terrible shot going into the green.
There's Kesler trying to swing it, but catches that early tree. So he's going to have a difficult shot getting through those trees again.
You definitely do not want to hit any trees on this one. Kade going huge off the tee. And that's going literally 150 feet past where everybody else is throwing. That is an insane drive. He's going to have an easy up and down from there.
There's Dallin throwing that big thumber. Actually gets a great amount of distance out of it. Kind of gets stuck behind that tree, but nothing too horrible.
Kesler just trying to get out, gets through those trees. He's going to have to get up and down from there for his par.
Here's Dallin on his big approach. Just parks it. That's a great shot from how far away he was.
Kesler trying to get it as close as he can. Comes into the green a little bit wide, so he's going to have definitely a tester for his par.
Mason going with another big overhand throw and is able to stick it pretty good. It did roll out a little more than he would have liked, but still able to get a good look at putt.
This just shows you how big Kade's drive is. Look how easy that approach was. He almost went long OB on this hole, which is insane.
And here we have Kesler from about 45 to 50 feet. And he just hit the middle of the chains there. Just a perfect putt. We're going to see that one again in slow-mo.
This is to save his par, which he needed. Swings it out wide, hyzers it in right at the perfect moment. Great shot from him.
You have Mason making his putt for a birdie.
Kade to finish out his birdie. Played the hole exactly how you want to.
So there we have 3 birdies, but Kesler had an amazing par save there with that putt.
Here you got Mason. This hole, you're really just trying to hit this initial gap and get out into this open. The basket does have road, probably 5-6 feet behind it, so you're going to see him lay up on this next shot.
Kade catches an early tree there, so he's going to have some problems getting up and down.
You got Dallin hitting the gap nice, trying to get as much distance sawed off as he can, and that's a really good drive too.
Kesler trying to keep it low enough to get under those trees, but gets caught by one of them. It is a downhill throw there, so it's actually a very difficult drive.
Kade swinging out his forehand pretty wide. He's a little bit inside. He's going to have kind of that tree in the way for his par.
And here we have Kesler just opting to put it close. He's not going to try and run it and risk going OB long.
Same with Mason. You got Dallin giving it a little bit of a run that needs to stay in bounds, and it does roll back just barely. Got super lucky there.
Kade catches that early tree that we were worried about for him. So he's going to take a bogey here.
Dallin with the par. That one is a tough hole because you really can't be running your putts. As you saw on Dallin's, the OB is very, very close to the hole.
This next shot is a very difficult one. As you can see, Mason just throws a big overhand to try and land it in there. It is a ways uphill.
This basket is super obstructed, so you're just going to try to see him almost hit this tree, and that is parked. That's about as good as you can play this hole.
And here we have Kesler just going with that turnover. Does leave it a little right. That tree could cause some problems for him.
You got Kade going with the same line. Leaves it a little wide. He's going to have that same problem. That pine tree is huge and definitely in the way of the basket.
We're just going to see him punch through there. Does a nice job of not hitting anything.
Kesler going to try to give this a run. Hits it. He actually got kind of lucky that those trees weren't in his way because this basket is super protected.
There's Mason with a 15-footer for his birdie. Kade hitting his par there.
You got Dallin absolutely parking his overhand.
And there we have 3 birdies and Kade the only one with a par there.
This next shot, you're really going to try to see him run it. It's pretty much just a tunnel shot. The basket's protected, so the only way in is straight up the gut.
Mason just swings it out wide there. You can definitely see how upset he is about that.
Now I'm going to try to give this a run. It's looking good. Hits the basket. If that tree wasn't there, it definitely had a chance of going in. Yeah, that's a great shot right there.
And here we have Kesler. Just going with a nice float. Catches the tree and right under the basket. If he doesn't hit that tree, he might have had a chance at this.
This is definitely a fun hole to watch these players throw because they do have a chance at putting it in the basket. Here we got Kade gonna try to take that same line with his Nova. Swings it out a little bit too wide, hits the branches, and he's gonna have probably a 35-footer with a little bit of obstruction in the way.
Mason just pulls it a little too much, so he's still gonna have some work to do there.
Kade almost hits it, just clips the top chains a little bit too fast.
And Mason just hits the edge of the basket and spits out the backside.
Dallin with his nice tap in. Mason for his bogey.
And here we have Kesler just with the set in, not even a tap in for his birdie.
This next hole, you're just going to try to see him go straight up the gut. This basket is downhill. Dallin taking it too far and too far to the right. He is going to be OB over there.
Here you have Kesler just putting it on that straight line that you want. Gives it a go there and just comes up a little short for the ace run.
Little replay of that. He throws his putter shot so straight. Here you got Kade throwing a turnover shot. Little hyzer flip and that's parked. What a shot right there.
Mason going for the low burner on the right side. Does catch that tree. Knocks him down a lot earlier than he would want to be.
Mason on his approach. Good approach. He's going to have about a 15-footer.
There's Dallin for his par. Just goes high.
Here's his bogey shot. Puts it in. Mason with the spit out. That is so unfortunate there.
Kesler gets his birdie there. Very enthusiastic with the crowd.
Yeah, a little wave there to the huge crowd that we had today.
There's Kesler just sliding it on this hillside. It is a rather scary backhand shot because if you do get a skip out, you will go left in OB.
That's the play you want right there. Just to swing it out as wide and as high as you can. Dallin puts it on a perfect line. Pretty fortunate pull there. He's going to have a pretty scary putt from that spot.
You have Mason going with the turnover. Is able just to slide it. It did catch the ground a little sooner. And he's just opting for a approach there. He's not going to try and run it.
Kesler with the 60-footer and bangs it in. A great shot there from him. That's a scary putt because if he misses it, it's turning and rolling down the hill. Little slow-mo for you. And that's a difficult putt right there. Never moves off its line. That thing was in as soon as it left his hand. Great shot.
Dallin comes up just short. He did run it though. And Kade, he's able to put it home there.
As you can see, that hole is definitely tough because of the death putt that's behind it if you do go a little high. But Kesler walking away with a great putt.
And coming up on this last hole, we have Kesler. This is a pretty far par 4 here. And just gets it in front of those trees, so he's going to have a look to give a good approach.
Yeah, you're really just trying to... Kade takes it huge. You're really just trying to get out into the open, but that is giant. Did not think the camera would have to move that much, but what a shot from him. That is crazy drive.
Dallin giving it that same effort, hits that little tree there and is knocked down in a good spot.
Mason with the overhand. Oh. That's in a good spot. As long as you get to the open, then your approach shot, it's not easy. It's uphill and you can't really see the basket. But if you're in the open, then you should be fine.
Kesler goes a little low, is able to get a pretty good slide out there.
Mason with the forehand. Great looking shot. Gonna skip right up to the pin. That's an amazing shot right there. Great approach.
Dallin also going with that forehand approach. Big skip. Kind of catches that tree weird. He's going to have a bit of a difficult putt with that ceiling.
Kade parking his too. Those pine trees definitely do get in the way on your putts, so as long as they can stay under them, then they should be fine.
Kesler with a good approach there.
Dallin for his birdie, great shot. Here's Kade for his.
Smashes that one in as well. And this is Kesler for his par.
And the card played this one really well. This was a great hole for them.
And a birdie for Mason. And that is the back nine. They are coming in at a -8 for Dallin.
Kesler gaining a couple strokes back with the -5 round. He's only down 2 at this point in the tournament.
And Kade shooting a -3 on this back nine. He's at a -7 on the round. 6 strokes behind Kesler, so still has some work to do coming into the final 9.
Mason shooting a -2 on this back 9, and he's sitting in 4th with a -27 on the tournament.
And coming up in this final 9 that they're about to be playing, we are having a bit of a shootout between Dallin and Kesler, so it is going to be a fun final 9 match to watch.
Make sure to stay tuned for the next one, hit the subscribe button, and head over to the next video to watch the final 9.